Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So, I came across an article that was talking about the amount that the average American spends on subscriptions, and I realized that it was more than I paid on cable. And I will be the first one to admit that my cable bill is kind of absurd. I remember the whole point of these services was in part intended to save us money. According to the article, consumers are spending approximately $273 a month on subscription services. And it got me thinking, what else are we spending money on that is robbing us blind? So I made a list. Of course, I talked about subscriptions. According to the article, Americans spend $273 a month in subscriptions in 2021. That is an increase compared to the number in 2018 that was $237. So that means not only is it high, it's going up. And what's killing us is that these individual subscriptions are small. And it's much easier to take $1 from a million people than to take $1 million from one person. The next thing on the list are automatic payments. In a way, it's kind of similar to subscriptions. In fact, that's how the subscription model works. They charge you automatically for you to maintain your service. But another factor in automatic payments is that you can forget about it. You could be overcharged and have little to no recourse. For example, I had a company overcharge me, and when they finally admitted that they made a mistake, instead of refunding me my money the way I asked for them to do, they actually offered me a credit on the next bill. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the storm that Texas had last winter. They had thousands in electric bills. Some bills were up to $8,000. Can you imagine if you have an automatic payment set up and somebody just reaches in and just grabs $8,000 from your bank account? That's bad news. I would not want that payment to go through. I do remember that the state eventually stepped in, but now you're going to have to fight to get your money back if it was determined that the company was wrong. With that said, I am never one to do automatic payments if I can avoid them. That means I go in every month on the first of the month and I manually set up my payments. I might even set them up for 2 or 3 months at a time if it's a fixed payment like a mortgage payment. But giving authorization for automatic debits against my checking account, not happening. Number 3 is a lack of impulse control. Now, when we see the sign sale, that can prompt us to buy things that we don't need. Remember, a deal is only a deal if the purchase was intended for something that was already needed, something that you were already intending on buying. If you weren't going to buy it, if you didn't think you needed it, having a markdown isn't really saving. Number 4, disposable containers. Now, I'm talking water bottles, coffee cup, etc. Small bottles cost more money per unit than buying in bulk. My advice to you would be to get good quality refillable bottles and good quality refillable cups to get refills. That way, you're not only helping the planet by reducing waste and eliminating those plastic bottles from circulation, you are making it so that you are saving money on your purchases. Some coffee shops will actually give you a better price if you come back with your own cup and get a refill, as opposed to having them give you a paper cup or a plastic cup every time. Number 5, club warehouses. Now, club stores are very popular. At the time that I'm recording this video, I checked the stock price for Costco and it was $556. And if you search Google, you can find a ton of reviews where people discuss the value of their Costco membership and all the things that you can get out of having a membership. I myself have BJ's, but buying things at a discount for something you will never use or something that you will be throwing away is wasteful. In fact, that will eventually cost you more than paying full price at a regular grocery store. Focus on things with long shelf lives or no expiration dates, either dry goods like rice, paper goods, or even cleaning supplies. Personally, I had a bad experience with expired peanut butter. I had a huge jar of peanut butter, and one day I opened it, I smeared it on my bagel, and it tasted funny. I couldn't place the weird taste. When I looked at it, it had expired months ago. I ended up throwing it away and having to buy a smaller jar. Not everything you buy in bulk is really a deal. Number 6, not being sufficiently informed about the discounts that you're eligible for. I, for one, hate leaving money on the table. And if you're paying full price for things when you are eligible for a discount, that's exactly what you're doing because you're overpaying. For example, in my family's case, I have AAA. That means I'm supposed to make sure that I book the AAA rate to get a better price on hotel, rental cars, and any additional services that they might offer. For example, in my state, you can actually get your car registration and your driver's license renewed at a AAA location. Although I'm still paying the same price, I'm saving a lot of time. If you've ever been to motor vehicle, it is a nightmare. I would hate to be waiting in line for hours. I get my license renewed in under an hour at the local AAA office. My husband's a veteran. That means he's eligible for military bonuses or credits on cars. They have preferred military pricing for hotels, and there are free meals and other discounts on either Memorial Day or Veterans Day. My mom is elderly. That means as a senior citizen, she can get discounts some places. So we make sure we know full well what we're eligible for so we can take advantage of it. Hopefully, you are reviewing your finances and see if you're making any of these mistakes so you can make sure you can keep more of your money. What about you? Do you have any subscriptions? Did you escape the trap, or are you suffering with death by 1,000 services? How do you manage your subscription so they don't put you in the poorhouse? Let us know in the comment section. I'd like to continue sharing my thoughts on all things money with you, so I'd appreciate it if you could help out the channel by liking this video, sharing it with anyone you think might benefit from it. And if you want to see more content, subscribe and hit that notification bell. I will see you in the next one.